Hey guys, John Luxley here, back with our walkthrough of Subnautica. So this just updated. Not quite sure what the updates were, what the patches were. The development news is not quite loading. But we'll see. I assume just more, stability updates and things of that nature. Yep, does take a little bit to load. The more bases and stuff you build, the longer it actually does take. And we got a little bit of slowdown right there. Not bad though. And I think whenever you start, it always points you directly north. Right, so last time we did a bunch of stuff, we found... Right, oh, we do have the rebreather now. Okay, cool. So we need the wiring kit, which we have one piece of silver. We'll have to get another piece for that, and a compass also. Okay, so we have enough for... well... can make the copper wire at least. That's a good start. Right. Okay, we don't have any water, but we do have bleach, so we're in an okay position. Equipment, right. Rebreather in the compass. Blue tablet. Deployables. Right, we can actually make that now. Which, right. We don't have the beacon yet. We'll make the mobile vehicle bay here soon. Tools. Don't know about the propulsion cannon. Laser cutter we need diamond for, which we don't have yet. You find it typically in shale, which is... so if limestone's in your starting area, sandstone's in the middle ring of the map, in your kelp forest and your sandy plateaus, diamond is in shale, which is in your outer ring, so it's like the most dangerous areas. But we should be able to find some of that here pretty soon. And then we have a habitat builder. Oh, we have another radio message already. Okay, well, let's check that out. Probably from the Sunbeam.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location. I didn't know how many of you... I didn't know. We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home. Sunbeam out. What else can I say? The only time I parked a rig this big on a rock that small was in VR. And I blew it. It's a bad option, all right, but so are all the others.
Maybe you should have turned your microphone off before you said that last part. Yeah, just, maybe. Maybe so. Okay, so let's make ourselves some water. Yeah, and that's kind of what I meant about, the Sunbeam being guys with heart. You know what I mean? Wait, do I have a power cell? I'm going to need one if I don't have one. I have the ingot. I can make lubricant, or be able to get some. Let's go make 2 batteries. And my recommendation is, once you do make the batteries, since we don't have the charger yet, swap out charge 72, 94, 9200. Okay, so we'll change... what about the... oh, is that all the stuff I have at the moment? Okay, so you can't actually take the battery and drag it into your thing. You have to equip it and then hit the R button to reload. Kind of annoying. And not super obvious at first. And then we'll say, oh, hang on, turn that off. Okay, so now that we've swapped that out, Right, we need silicone rubber. And I believe for... Wait. Let's grab some silicone rubber. And where's the nearest kelp forest? Right there. Alright, so let's get some kelp. Specifically the seeds, or creep vine. Get some of the creep vine seeds, and then that should do it for now. Oh, and the bladderfish we also need. Okay. Boom. So we're going to take one of the seeds and turn it into lubricant and the other into silicone rubber. And that'll give us the ability to take those two batteries and just wrap them in the rubber and turn them into a power cell. Whoa there. And then also, we'll be able to make that that emergency air bladder thing, which I'll show you real fast. When I first started playing the game, right. I would use that all the time, but the more I play, the less I use it. In my last playthrough, I never used it at all. Like, I never even made it. Okay. So that uses the two. It doesn't matter if the batteries are depleted or not. And then tools, the air bladder. And that's kind of a neat little thing. Right, let's just turn that other bladderfish into water. I swear, playing this game has always made me thirsty, just because it, you know, it constantly forces you to think about drinking water. And I think that's enough for the mobile vehicle bay. Yep, okay, I have it. That'll probably give us... Alright, hang on. Chemical reaction produces lighter than air gas for fast personal buoyancy. So the first time I thought it was just a... like a single-use item, but it's actually reusable. So you pull it out and he's just like, hey, oh, okay, cool. And then you use it just like anything else, and it just kind of pulls you up to the surface. And then you just click again and it tosses all of its air bubbles out, and then you can put it away. So it's kind of handy, but, you know, we have the Sea Glide, so we're not really going to be using that at all. So we'll put it in there. Then, do I have enough room? The mobile vehicle bay takes up 9 spaces. And we may get another radio message once this thing is done. Okay. So there it is. We'll just stick in our slot. Release the Kraken. There it goes. And so you basically just leave it here. You can actually pick it up and put it somewhere else, and you will have to. And it gives you these little hover dealies. Use vehicle bay. But we can't make the sea moth because we don't know what it does yet. So we'll just leave it for now. Okay. Next big thing we want to do is the habitat builder. Right? So we have the scanner, we have the repair tool, flashlight, knife. You know what? Actually, let's go for the Pathfinder tool, because I never use it. But at least this way I can kind of show it to you guys. And yeah, if you're looking at how dark it is now, the filmic filter makes it like so much worse. You can only see like these little the edges of the boomerang and the eye of the peeper, and it makes it super dark. It would make it so dark that I wouldn't even, like, leave the pod at night. And, like, see, this is kind of getting lighter. It would do that, too, which is kind of... I don't know. It feels like it shouldn't. It feels like it should get darker the deeper you go, but instead sometimes it gets lighter. Okay, see? Another radio message. Although I don't think that was specifically because of the mobile vehicle bay. I think it's timed based on the sunbeam. Because they basically send you a few messages and then they're like, hey, we're in the area. So, first things first. Pathfinder tool. Deploys holographic Pathfinder discs. Used to map way back out of caves or hard to navigate spaces. This will actually... it can save you if you're in a wreck, because a lot of times you get turned around and disoriented. Okay, another life pod.
This is Officer Keenan, life pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
So that's kind of cool. He's basically like, there's dry land somewhere, rotten dead peeper. These look delicious. Yeah, so Commander Keen is, he's basically like, hey, there's dry land out there, surprisingly. And, so we'll regroup there, except the signal gets corrupted, so you have to go find him. You know what? Let's, we haven't actually looked at any of those things. So we have data downloads, and this will actually fill up a lot. Aurora survivors, right? So we'll read 1 for 3.
You really think it'll carry 2 of us?
Your regular sea glide tows a mass of 80 kilograms at over 30 kilometers an hour. The power cellar rig to this one should double that.
You think there's something out there that's faster?
Oh, sure. And that's assuming it doesn't overload 3 meters from the life pod.
You're calm about this?
I'm seeing the engineering problem. If I stop seeing the maths, I'll be terrified.
Alright, so the sun's coming up. So, the Aurora eventually will go there to fix there's little breaks in the reactor, which is what's causing the radiation to spill out. So we'll use the repair tool to fix those once we have the appropriate tools, and then that'll help. But it basically doesn't want you going anywhere near the other side, because at the front and at the back there's these giant Leviathan-class predators called Reapers, and there's a life pod somewhere over here which got hit by one of the Reapers, because in the earlier builds of the game there actually used to be a Reaper right here, and so it made getting to the Aurora just a real pain, just a real frickin' pain. And actually, if you want some nightmare fuel, somewhere there's a picture of one of the, like, from the inside of that life pod 7, I think it is, because it's upside down, floating on the surface, and there's a hole blown in the side of it. And someone took a screenshot from inside, looking out, and there's like a Reaper's face, like right there, screaming through the hole. So it's, it's suitably terrifying.
Ozzy's log. It's the day of the crash. I don't know what the heck is happening. I'm scared, and I'm not going outside. There are shadows in the water under the hatch, but I can't tell if they're rocks or aliens. And there's weird-looking caves nearby. The Aurora was carrying everything needed to build the phase gate. Mobile vehicle bays, bioreactors, propulsion cannons. It had a cinema. There was a zero-G gym. My cafe. I don't understand how we're here now. I don't know why no one's coming for me.
The voice acting is good. I'll say that. He sounds scared. Drink some water. Just about topped off. Okay, cool. So kind of right now, I mean, we can go for that. That's not a bad idea. Let's see. Yeah, in the meantime... we'll just show you the Pathfinder tool. It's just like a little thing. Alright, and then you're just kind of swimming along. And hey there, Mr. Peeper. Interesting. So, right. Okay. We just cleared him. Great. Good job. It's probably a little bit better in not first person, but in like close quarters. So for right now, we have a little bit of time. And let's see that. Okay. Take our sea glide, because 1,000 meters is quite a ways. And this is basically south, like we haven't made... we haven't made the compass yet, but we will. And you can see there's like kelp forest, and then over this way there's a bit of a... yeah, so your biomes kind of mixed together. That's a laser cutter, which we've already gotten. Oh, that guy's a little upset that we're here. But here's part of the sandy, or grassy plateaus, and here's a little bit of a wreck. We'll just take a quick peek. See if we can complete our beacon, for example. Yeah. And obviously there's a lot of beacon parts. There's a sea glide fragment. I don't think we have the full grab trap yet. Nope. We don't have any of it. That was the first. Now we have the full thing. Alright.
New blueprint acquired.
And a countertop for our base, whenever we decide to build it. Another sea glide. So just right here is like all these little pieces. And there's the reef back. Let's head to the surface real fast. So you don't actually have to break the water, the surface. You can just go to 0, and you'll still refill. So if you want, you can actually just be kind of using this, because once you break the surface of the water, the sea glide doesn't work. You're back to you know, swimming by hand. Okay, so those are pieces of the mobile vehicle bay and laser cutter. We don't need either of those, and we're trying to keep space open. So additionally, you'll see another entrance to the Jelly Shroom Caves, and another piece of the wreck. There's some reef backs. Now, what you do want to be aware of is...
Passing 100 meters.
There we go.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
And that sand shark is probably right next to me. Yep. Right, so that was a piece of bioreactor, a piece of sea moth, looks like. But you gotta be aware of, they're called tiger plants. They're like these little, well, they're like plants that shoot stuff at you, shoot spines. And we don't have the laser cutter yet, so we can't open that. But a lot of times there is a second door or something. But at the same time, if you want to be able to fully explore all the wrecks and get access to all the different rooms and everything, then you're going to need... oh, we gotta get a hit to the surface.
30 seconds.
Yep, we'll get there. If you want to be able to fully explore with no issues, then, you know, you definitely need the laser cutter. Without the laser cutter, there's not a lot you can do. Okay, this should complete our sea moth. I think that's another piece of the sea moth.
Acquired.
Oh, but it's bioreactor. I'll take that. That should complete our bioreactor. Boom. Alright.
New blueprint acquired.
And we'll just kind of putter around for a minute. Okay, I think it appears that door is the only way in. And which way are we going? We're going that way still. So, okay, we'll kind of swim this direction. Oh, hey, that's a little unexpected that a reef back is right here. I think earlier in one of the previous, like the last episode, I said the reef back was several stories tall. I was actually talking about the Seamoth Bay by mistake. Yeah, if there's ever a question about something I say, then let me know. I'm usually pretty good about answering comments and questions and stuff. So this is kind of cool. You have like a little... Oh, there's one of those tiger plants. You can't really see it because it's in the... Well, you know, we won't scan the reef back just yet. We still have a lot of other stuff to look in. And this is kind of neat. It's like a little... So we're going sort of into the sparse reefs. Yep, and see, there they are. They're shooting the spines. And so this is part of the sparse reef biome, which we're going towards. Typically on the edges, they kind of blur together a little bit, which is nice. And that's just, like, right there. You'll occasionally find big chunks of resource that are, you know, together. And then you get close and it's like, oh, you need a special resource. Or, special equipment to get this resource. And it's part of the prawn suit. It's one of the arms that you can equip, which is a drill arm. And that is limestone, which I'm good with for now. I need silver. Or, if you see shale, we'll definitely get that. So this... It's interesting, the sparse reef is a lot brighter than it used to be.
Passing 100 meters.
Yes.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah, this is going to be a pain in the butt. So we're going to the surface, and you can see there's reef backs. The area is basically pretty safe. The thing about the sparse reef is there's really hardly any... hardly any... Oh, and you can see it. There it is. See? You just get close and then you see there's another island. That's the dry land Officer Keene was talking about. Oh, and we're right here. You know what? Since we're here... we'll scan the reef back. It has a bunch of extra stuff on it, so you'll get red wart, okay. That's fine. Alright, there's the reef back, and a biter, of course. Don't have that yet. No, I don't. Scan the biter, please. I haven't scanned brain coral either. Well, alright. Oh, now the biter wants to talk. Okay. I mean, I suppose you could just, you know, hack it to bits with your knife, but you don't necessarily need to do that. You'll notice fish are just kind of following them, kind of like whales in a way. And then barnacles usually contain copper ore. Aha, nice solar eclipse there. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can make it to that.
Passing 100
Yeah.
meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
So there's actually a wreck right there, and there's another one a little bit behind us as well. So there's 2 wrecks right off the bat. And
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
yes, we'll have to be fast. There's ruby, there's some shale. Actually, let's... oh, hang on, we'll scan it. Diamond.
The materials you gather are the property of the Alterra Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
Oh, Alterra. Yeah, so you can see how quickly my oxygen's going down. That's just part of being so low. And honestly, if you have a sea glide, like I could have used that that buoyancy thing, but it won't get you to the surface fast enough. If you have a choice, your sea glide is way better. And that island is really close. And you can kind of see there's another cloud or another something there in the distance. I mean, that's where the aurora, or not the aurora, the sunbeam will tell you about here soon. Be like, okay, we're in the area, we're looking for a spot to land. Okay, so I don't think I do have a ruby, okay. So we're gonna look for, well, there was a couple things. There was this. And I think I mentioned that, you know, just scanning is not enough, you gotta pick it up. Boom. Okay, and that's actually a spadefish egg. I think they were trying to do something where, that, oh, man, we're gonna have to hit the surface again. Without the rebreather, it's a real pain. Gold. Well, whatever. Yeah, so shale gives you gold, lithium, and diamond. I would take lithium, too. That's what gives you the extra, well, you need a modification station, but it'll let you upgrade your current tank. And yeah, scanning stuff just isn't enough. You actually have to pick it up, which is a little annoying.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
And so the spark, yeah,
meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
like the sparse reef itself is pretty not a lot of, like, you know, hostile things in it. Okay, ultra high capacity tank. Yep, that's what you need lithium for, and then another
signal location uploaded to PDA.
Okay, anything in the immediate area that I could grab.
Integrating new PDA data. New creature discovered.
Oh, crap. Run.
30 seconds.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, because you could, there's the blood kelp zone, which is kind of bleeds into the sparse reef. If you'll...
Oxygen.
Oh, this is gonna be close. If you'll excuse the pun. Now, also, you have, even if this, like, once you hit 0, the screen starts going dark, and you have maybe 5 seconds before you totally black out. Even though you won't see anything, if you just keep going towards the surface, you might make it. And if you do, you'll get, you know, they'll get restored, so to speak. Right, so there's the rendezvous. How am I doing as far as this? I picked up a Reginald, which is good. Gel sack and ruby is amazing. It's a really great combination. And let's... I'd really like to wait for day. Oh man, we're already at 56% on the Sea Glide.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Well, we'll scan one of the spadefish. Just come here. Really? There we go.
Creature discovered.
Right, okay, so is there anything... We'll scan the Reginald also. Okay. Anything in the Rex that we can grab? I know there's a couple, data, or, you know, data pods.
200 meters.
Yep.
Oxygen efficiency
Yeah, we don't have
greatly
much.
decreased.
There's a door somewhere, but I'm pretty sure we have to use a laser cutter for it. Yep, we do. Okay, back to the surface. Quickly.
30 seconds.
I should be okay. I'm cutting it close, I know. And then we're just going straight down. There's another reef back. I mean, that's the one we saw on the way up. Man, yeah, I don't like... It doesn't bother me so much anymore, but I do not like how it's all dark and stuff. On the plus side, usually means you can see stuff pretty easily, like this, you know, the wreck. And, what is... Hang on a sec. I've never seen this stuff before. What is this? Oh, moon pool. Okay, got it. I was like, what, did they just add that? Okay, so you get a thermal plant fragment and a moon pool fragment here. The fragments themselves are kind of random, and that's not anything, that's just broken radio. Scan the desk, and then we'll head back to the surface.
New blueprint acquired. 30 seconds.
Yep. Yeah, so until you either get the rebreather or a better oxygen tank, you're just going to be doing this a lot. Yeah, the rebreather is essential. But in order to fix the Aurora, you need the radiation suit, which includes a helmet.
Biodiversity in this
Yep.
region is unusually low. Cause unknown. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah, it's interesting that it finally gave me that message. Usually it's as soon as you enter the region. Oh, okay, here we go.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Prawn suit torpedo arm fragment. There's another one. Boom.
New blueprint acquired.
Alright, I'm looking around. There's another one over there. But that'll just give us titanium at the moment. Chair. Scan that real fast and then we'll head back to the surface.
New blueprint acquired.
Now, if you do drown, which is entirely possible for me here in a few seconds, you respawn at your pod, and you lose
Oxygen.
just whatever you picked up in the meantime. You don't actually lose your scans. So your progress is saved, but not your inventory. Also, it doesn't tell you this, but that chair that I scanned, if you decide to sit in a chair in your base, can I not scan? Oh, there we go. Sitting in the chair doesn't use, like, time still passes, but it doesn't consume.
Acquired.
It doesn't consume food or water while you're in the chair. So if you just want to sit and read your PDA, then that's all you. Command chair.
Blueprint acquired.
So we had an office chair, and now we have a command chair. So we're scanning all kinds of stuff.
New
All
blueprint
kinds of stuff.
acquired.
Okay, and... Right, we'll just head to the surface.
30 seconds.
I'm running low on my battery.
Oxygen.
We're seeing a lot of solar eclipses. See, this is what I meant about like the surface turning like blue, and it's just super gorgeous. Yeah, okay. Use that bottle of water. We're gonna need it. And in the meantime, I think I'll grab... See that little speck of light? That's a data bot. Data pod, data box, whatever it's called.
Decreased.
We'll hit that up.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Right on. So vehicle upgrade console. And here's another moon pool part. Moon pool is what lets you, it's like a vehicle bay. Like you have the mobile vehicle thing, and the moon pool is what actually lets you... See, there's a hole right there. But right now, we're going to head back to the surface, and then we'll check that out. Because we can't stay down here for long. Another tip is if you grab, if you get a, man, why can't I think what it's called at the moment? The bladderfish. If you eat a raw bladderfish, it gives you about 10 seconds worth of air. Now, when you're super deep, you know, that might help you for a second. And it's not really something you can do on the way to the surface to prevent you from drowning, but maybe. Right, okay, so there's that, there's the torpedo, let's grab some salt. Get closer, please, thank you. That's a door that nothing... Oh, okay, right on. So, what's in here? Water. You... Modification station fragment, we'll take that, absolutely. Light stick, also great. And what was that? Another light stick fragment. Cool. Disinfected. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We're running out of time. Yep, I'm going. So the light stick is a, it's like an alternative to your flashlight. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't use batteries. But it's less focused. It's more of a, kind of an area. It's like a baton that lights up. And you can attach it to walls or surfaces or anything else. So you can stick it somewhere and then use it to look around.
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency
Okay, we're gonna have to, our power in this battery is down to 12, so we're either gonna have to swap out for something else, or like I think that's, I mean,
Passing
you know,
200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
I feel like there's more in here. Problem is I just don't have the oxygen capacity. Oh yeah, so you can cut through that and there's something else, or several somethings up in there. And wait, was that? That was a chair. Okay, if you have the propulsion cannon, you can actually move these boxes around, and sometimes... Oh, whatever. Sometimes there will be stuff in them or under them. Okay, back to the surface.
30 seconds.
We should make it. Yes, if you have to, you can get above 100 meters if you don't have a rebreather. Or even if you do. And then use your... you know, eat one of the bladderfish, and it'll give you extra oxygen. Which should help you survive, but man, I'm about to run out. 3% power. So we'll head back. Kind of see if exchange power source. Yeah, we'll get there as soon as it stops telling me I can move. Maybe make a light stick. Oh, okay, there we go. Reload. Well, unload battery, and we'll steal it from this one, I suppose. What is it, robbing Peter to pay Paul? Is that the phrase? And of course, whenever you replace the battery, it turns the lights on, so it'll deplete the battery faster. I swear half the game is spent just looking at your oxygen gauge. At least to start with. So watch, we'll head to the 0, and then see we're not at the surface, but our oxygen is recharging very... Well, I'm not at 0. I'm at 0 now. There we go. Alright. Good enough. No new radio messages. Right now you're just kind of waiting for the sunbeam to radio you back. And basically just tell you stuff. Okay. I have a rotten dead peeper. We can eat that real fast. Real fast like. Reginald. Pungent and smoky. Extremely filling. Decent size but salty. The Reginalds are awesome. We'll actually, you know what, we'll cure one. And we'll eat that. Because this gives you 44, so it's worth just holding on to as like an emergency ration. The water, we'll do 2 of those, and then still have 1 piece of salt, so let's grab some coral real fast and we'll make ourselves some bleach. Right, advanced materials. Turn this into aerogel. Maybe. Soon. You know what, why not? Free up a space.
This is Sunbeam. You know Aurora. We're from a little transgov on the far side of Andromeda, and we have a saying there. There's no bad without the good, no good without the bad. Sounds like you tasted a bunch of the former, but that only means you're overdue a whole lot of the latter. Might just be we're in. We're scanning for somewhere to park. We'll be in touch when we find it. Sunbeam out.
Cool. So, Sunbeam is almost in orbit around the planet. Nothing bad could possibly happen to them. And, yeah. But basically their next message is, hey, we've found... I still need silver, don't I? Yeah, okay. Because a rebreather would be very helpful. Let's just, go this way for a minute. Right, so... immediate goal, find silver. There's a creature egg. That one is actually a stalker, I believe. Pieces of metal. Mobile vehicle bay part. We're gonna get into base building soon. Very soon. Is that more salt? Yeah. I'm probably passing tons of, sandstone. This music is just so soothing. And eventually, you know, you won't have to look around like this. You'll get, you'll be able to build a scanner room, and that'll actually point out, you know, you'll be able to search for specific things like, hey, I need silver, so where's the sandstone at? And it'll tell you. And then you just go to that spot. You actually have to build, if you want it linked to your, like to show up on your HUD, you have to find, or,
30 seconds.
you have to build like a chip. And then it's like, you know, you scan for it and you go out and it'll show you exactly where it is. It'll be like, oh, it's right there. And then you just go there. Otherwise it'll be like, it'll show you on the map. And then you'll just have to go find it. So, I mean, you know, you really do need that chip for the HUD. Otherwise it's basically not worth it. Okay, here's a... Oh, we got some sandstone right here, right on. Lead. Okay, well, you know. More lead, of course.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency.
I know,
decreased.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Okay, so we have lead. Probably make the radiation suit. Right, and there's the Seamoth Bay. See, it's not too terrible. Even with the sand sharks running around, you can basically just circle strafe, just like with nearly everything else. Silver ore, okay. But we actually need more than that. Total, I think we need... Well, we need 4 to start. Oh, back to the surface. And additionally,
30 seconds.
so you can rise and pull up your PDA at the same time. Okay, radiation suit, you need fiber mesh. Okay, so that's creepvine samples, I think like 2 of them per. And it's getting dark again. Seems like it gets dark fairly quickly. This is a scanner part. We'll just... Pretty sure we have the scanner room already, but just in case. No. Well now. That's bioreactor. We have that. Could have sworn we did. I'm pretty sure we passed one of those parts as well. That's fine. Quartz. Nah. I was hoping it was another time capsule.
Passing 100 meters.
Yes, I know.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
That's probably another moon pool fragment. Nope, but that's bioreactor. Oh, there's sandstone. Chop. Yeah, let's head to the surface. So our next stop is essentially back to that island. Explore that. But, you know, it depends on how you do things. It's basically open-ended. The game, I mean, you know, you do what you want. And you can't really mess it up, so... Yeah, that's metal salvage. And obviously, building a base will take a ton of metal salvage. So that's, you know, when you get all the... That's when you really just scan everything, even stuff you've already gotten before. Okay, Seamoth Bay. That is, what is that? Mobile vehicle bay. We don't need that at the moment. But I'll take the water. Oh, it's on top of a freaking PDA. That's not helpful.
Integrating new PDA data.
See, this is where it starts getting a little confusing, because you can go up here,
Acquired.
and there's some extra area like down under that, but we won't do that at the moment. We'll just head out here. No, that is scanner. Right, okay, battery charger. That's what I want. Super important. That's what lets you, obviously recharge your batteries. So you don't have to worry about running out of juice constantly. You know, you just build it in your base, and it draws from your base's power, and then you know, stick spare batteries in there, and then just swap out whenever you return. Becomes really handy. Okay, so back in here. Keep our eyes peeled for more. Oh, right. Our third chair.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, so let's head up here. The fragments are kind of scattered around, so you don't, it's not necessarily like, oh, go here and then find this. It's, you know, some stuff is, oh, hang on. I don't think I ever found this before. Jesus, that's confusing. Yeah, I'm not, whoa, alright. Mobile vehicle bay, no. No, not yet. You know what? Fine. Extra titanium doesn't hurt anybody. And, yeah, so let's look over here real fast. Get the floodlight if you hadn't gotten it before. There's another fragment of the battery charger, which we definitely want. And then I think there was something in this box down here. Oh, okay, yes. That's what we need. Okay, now we gotta get out of here before we drown. Yeah, see how quickly you can get turned around?
Seconds.
Especially with that that section that somehow I'd never been in before. Or maybe I have and there's, I don't know, I guess I just don't remember it. What am I looking at? Yeah, okay. Let's, well, we have, I want one more piece of silver. We'll just look around real fast, see if I can, oh, we got 2 pieces of sandstone. Come on, guys. Tell me. Okay. Gold. I mean, I'll take it. Silver ore. Nice. In the later game, it becomes not such a big deal. How much salts do I have? None. Let's grab a couple pieces. Yes, yes. Oh, and here's the other piece of the scanner room.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yep, there we go.
New blueprint acquired.
Scanner room unlocked. Grab some salt. It's interesting how much of an effect sound plays on this game. You know, because you hear that roar and you're like, okay, it's a sand shark. Or the stalker, and you're like, oh, it's the stalker. You just kind of know, like what each creature is after a while by the sounds that they make. And I think that's, I just think that's amazing. Okay, anything impressive that jumps out at me? No. What about food? How am I doing on food? I have a spadefish. Let's see if we can grab another couple things. Alright, you. Thought that was a diamond for a second, but it's just quartz. We'll grab the spadefish too if we can. There you go. Yeah, and then after a while, it's just the hunger and thirst becomes trivial. Part of the reason I love this game is because it's very survival-esque. You know, like you need to do it as if, like, you know, it's immersive. As if you're the actual one that's surviving. But, you know, the game progresses enough technology-wise that you don't... It's not like, oh man, that's the whole game, is just constantly stuffing your face and all that. It's like, no, you just, you know, you do it when you need. We'll do that, and then we'll eat that other spadefish as well. Boost our food over. Okay. So now we should have enough for 2 wiring kits. And we can make the rebreather. Bam. That's what I'm talking about. And the light stick, battery, titanium, and glass. You know what? Glass. Right here. We'll grab some quartz and hopefully not... There's a stalker in here. And it's probably going to make it its home. Now, okay, those are not crash fish. Man, there's a lot of metal in here. Well, I know where to come if I need metal. Just going to grab like 4 pieces. Or you know what? Let's do 6. Screw it, we'll get a 7th piece. Because we're going to need glass for the sea moth. I don't remember what it specifically... Are you... Is that stalker under me? I don't remember specifically what it takes. I know it takes, I think it takes a couple pieces of glass, lubricant, power cell, probably a couple titanium ingots. Let's see, deployables. Right, so we can make a beacon with copper ore and titanium. That's handy. Handy just in general in case you come across something that you want to go back to. You just drop a beacon and then it'll mark its position for you. And tools. Right. Wait, I thought I had a battery on me. Oh, right, it's in here. Right, and so it doesn't have... you know what? I love how the back of it is missing. We'll put this there and we'll reload that. And so you can see this is it. It's not the greatest light source. It doesn't shine forward very far, but it appears to be forever. Just lasts forever. Okay, so we've done a bunch of stuff, and actually, tell me about the radiation suit. Oh no, I can't make it yet. I need like 2 fiber meshes and 2 lead. But what about compass is copper wire and a wiring kit? Well, I need copper. Okay. We'll work on that. We will work on that. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to stop here. As always, seriously, thank you. Thank you for spending your time with me. Thanks for your attention. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I really do. Any feedback, comments, questions, let me know. That's basically it for today. Hopefully I see you guys next time, and take care.